Ah, beans. Ah, jeez. There we go. Forgot to turn that stuff off. Hello, everyone. We're very close. I might even call it, we'll see. I might call it early today if I get this done particularly fast, but whatever we get done today is probably going to be the final product because there's not. The main things I need to work on are mainly on the bottom half of this picture. The main things I need to work on are in the bottom half of this picture. And then after that, I just do detail work until I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind. Because I will lose my mind. But everything else on this looks quite good. I think this is about as far as I'm going to get with it. As far as anything else, all it is now is just the poly. Gotta get out my fine toothpick brush. So welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. We're gonna hopefully call this good after today, and then I can move on to the next thing. I don't know what it'll be, but something. We'll do something. And today, I should be, no matter what, I will be posting, well, not posting, I will be sharing, stick around to the very end. There's a bit of a surprise. Oh. What's happening here? Huh. I really thought that was a different Bray. Something was. Why are you flashing over there? Why is that flashing? Stop flashing. Stop flashing over there. Music, why are you flashing over there? Stop being weird. OBS is being sketchy. OBS if it wasn't being a bit sketchy. This is a good question. And really today, I'm just going to be working a lot on, I think I've got all the color values I need. I think I got all the color values I need, which is huge. Like, that's going to make a lot of this go much, much faster. How do you keep getting the wrong goddamn thing? I'm pulling up the wrong brush. It's annoying. Wish it wouldn't do that. I wish it wouldn't do that. Something like this. That. Mainly trying to get this one cohesive piece. I might need to pull that up. I might need to pull up the reference material I have for this. Because really what I'm going for a kind of like graphic style. I'm going for a very graphic style with this, with using a lot more like raw values to do like shape and stuff. Which is why a lot of it is on the same layer, is because I want to be able to go back and nudge things around and be willing to like be more flexible with it, I guess. Be a little bit more sculpty with it. I definitely want this to go up all the way there. Definitely needs to go to the head. Same thing here. All the way up. The edge. Trying to do a better job of understanding like planes and surfaces a little bit better. Give like more of a sense of like shape and volume to things. So today I'm going to be focusing on mainly finishing up a lot of like the lighting. I think I've got pretty much all the color values I need, which is good. I've got pretty much all the color values I need. I don't think I need more color values. From here on, I just need to get everything in a good level. Not deep enough. Start. Start. Working on this shape. Because it's a chain. It's a gold chain. I have to start working on how that gold chain is going to interact with everything else. And one of the things I've learned that I'm starting to utilize more is like a lot. He's treating this much more sculpty. I'm adding medium, put something down, and then I'll switch to a different color, medium, try to build on top of it, build around it. Which is why I'm also doing this in vector. I think it'll keep things a lot cleaner, and it'll give it a nice, clean kind of I'm going for a very like clean, very graphic design with it. It helps that I'm keeping closer mind on like what kind of values I'm working with, and because I'm working with very solid values, I don't have to worry about like shade levels and stuff. I'm just going for it, right? I'm just trying to take a color and put it in the places that I want, and if I need to change it, I go to a different color and then change shape and size and everything. Adding and reducing until it's the right shape and size. Which is kind of one of the advantages of digital that's really, really nice, is that you have a lot of flexibility in being able to do that kind of thing, especially if you're doing what I'm doing, which is much more graphic work. Make this maybe a little bit bigger. And just slightly bigger. I want to exaggerate it just a little. That way, it doesn't feel undersized. Again, it's more like sculpting than anything else. Now, this, go in, kind of cut that down a little bit. Much better. Then we're going to go in with a lighter color. Need to find a light color that I like. Maybe like this. This is a metallic surface. Metallic surfaces are going to be very, very shiny. They're going to be very shiny. I want it to overlap a little bit to show that it's like a chain. like that. Put it down a little bit. And this is something I've learned is it's about you put the color down to kind of fill the space, and then you move things around until it's actually the shape or size that you want. Yes, I have the wheats. I have the wheats on me. Definitely gonna want this to be a white. And I'm kind of going a little bit more. I'm doing more of a dotting technique here to show that it's like glinting white. Metal is weird. Metal is sometimes weird. Kind of like that. See how that looks? It's looking good. A little bit more. This is why I was like, I definitely have at least one more full session because I'm gonna be getting real in there. I'm gonna be getting really, really in there. Doing slight nudges, getting the shapes all correct and everything. That down a little bit more. Just give it more of an interesting shape. I'm trying to give it the like impression that like it hooks under a little bit more. It hooks over the front on this end, it hooks over the front and it hooks under from behind. Something like this maybe? Or something more like this maybe? This is the thing about like metal is metal has a lot of values in it. If you'll notice like how many different values the more reflective a surface is, the more values you're gonna have in it than something that's gonna be more matte. Like the armor is gonna be more matte, the helmet's gonna be more matte because it's not metallic. But the metallic surfaces are gonna have a lot more granularity in their values because that's just how metal works. It's reflective, so it's got a lot more detail to it by nature. That's why sometimes you gotta be willing to be like, hey, I need to back in there and fix some of this. Just a little bit at a time. To get the shape that I want. That's actually where, ooh, I like the way that looks actually quite a bit. That's a cool effect. That's actually a really dope effect that I have going there. Sometimes you also just gotta try things until something sticks. Sometimes you just gotta try things until something sticks. You know, once you find something that sticks, you go, okay, I do that. Okay, that's what I do. Oh, I got that color. Now you might see why I was like, boy, this is gonna be one more, isn't it? This is gonna be one more, isn't it? Oh boy. But that looks good. That looks really, really good. I need to go back with this one. Almost need to go through, highlight those areas ever so slightly. And then we go back to this orange. And this is something I particularly like to do, especially if even if I'm doing like really, really fine line work and stuff. I think it looks better to make a line through multiple different strokes than to do it through one stroke. I'm not a single stroke kind of person. I don't know what to say. I gotta take multiple strokes sometimes. And I think because this is more of a metallic surface, I gotta add a little bit more, just like spots of light. And there we go. White. And then I might do one more color darker. Try that. No, too dark. Too dark. Try this. No. I'm trying to find. I don't know what I'm trying to find actually. I'm just kind of like looking around for colors that I could utilize. And I'm guessing no. I don't really have another color I can utilize here. I feel like I have all the colors I really need to be able to get this effect to go. At this point, I could either do I could do some masking. I could try overlaying it with like darkers and lighters if I wanted to. So I could do something like this, where I go this, and then I go like that, and then I do like or it probably would work better for lighters. This. Like this is a test. Like something like that, maybe? Need to go finer. I like this effect. It's a good effect. It looks good. Yeah, that effect looks quite good. What we do, I need to add a little bit of backlight, right? I do. So careful. Really, I need it more like that. Yeah. Add something like that. Add something like that. I think that's good. I think that's a good direction to have with this. Try these colors maybe. Kind of solidify a little bit more. And then hopefully, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. And I'm really excited, guys. I really am. I've been sitting on this video for a while. I have been sitting on this video for a while. It's been sitting in my goddamn backlog for forever. And I'm ready to get it out. I'm ready to get it out. It's been sitting there, waiting, stewing. It's been so long in need of being released that I showed it to my friends and they gave me good advice on how to improve it. And it did help a lot. And the fact that I haven't posted it yet drives me a little crazy. That looks really good, actually. The longer I look at that, the more I'm like, wow, that actually looks really, really good. I think what helped was realizing how the spiral worked. Reflections are kind of weird. I find that reflections kind of almost act a little bit more like lines, like really weird reflecting lines of light and stuff like that. The more that I do stuff like this, I'm like, oh, that's how lines work. Oh, that's how that works. That looks really cool. That actually looks really, really good. I like that. Means we can use so all these values, right? Like we can start using them here too. This also needs to reflect just like ever so slightly. Go a little bit thicker. Really, right now, I'm just trying to apply some media to give it a little bit of an idea of what it's doing. This is going to be the surface. Light is going to hit the most, so the whole thing. Just start with that. Then we're going to go back to that orange. The orange is doing a lot of work for me, actually, right now. I want it to be darker on the outside. Inside, reflect in. I don't know why. That just makes sense to me a little bit more. Something like that, maybe? Something like that. And then we'll have like things like it, that maybe. Be a bisection here. Trying to decide. Because if it's a flat surface, it's not gonna do anything. Like it's not gonna bend light or anything. That's not how that works. I don't think. I wouldn't think that's how that works, but Just kind of getting an idea with that. Give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more something. Just get an idea, get started on that. Go with this darker gray and start filling in some stuff here. This. Oh, stop using the wrong brush. I didn't tell you to use that. Just kind of give that a little bit more. Beans. Ah, beans. I hate when that happens. My microphone. My microphone got loose. I hope that just now happened. Please say that just now happened. I wasn't paying attention. I hope I wasn't silent that whole time. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. Please don't say I'm silent the whole time. I mean, you were just getting vibes if I was, but I don't think I was. Usually it's pretty good about that, actually, for letting me know when things are broken. Good, thank God. It is something that I get concerned about all the time. I hate it when it happens. Just irks me. It just irks me. Oh. Oh, there's red in that. Didn't even realize this red was here. And it does go straight up to there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's correct. Thing on the opposite side. What I want to do, we're gonna really in there, right? We're gonna get really in there, actually. We're so slightly have a little bit darker. A little bit of color grading. Thing on this side. That I want to do light gray here. It's gonna stick out a little bit. For that surface. And for this surface. Then I need a darker. Kind of like that. Go all the way down. This. I think this should work. Yeah, that should be good enough. Might make that red line a little bit thicker. The thing is it's not super big. Then, inside, gotta look closely. Gotta start filling these spaces a little bit. Kind of like that. actually. More like that. If I was to change one thing on this, if I was to like revise it and do it earlier, I would have changed the shape of the the mouth vents, I think, a little bit more. I think they're a little bit they're a little bit too wide. The reason why I don't do that now, I just really can't. Not without doing a lot of scrap work, and proportion wise, it's just kind of eh. It's just kind of eh. Sometimes that happens. Here's the funny thing about proportions when it comes to art. Do your best. This is what I kind of this is my kind of rule of thumb is with proportions, you do your best. That doesn't mean you get lazy, it just means you do your best. Sometimes you just stare at something and you're like, I don't know, man. That shape is hard. Hey. Why you gotta freak out? Ah. Ooh. Have some soggy I have some soggy cherries. I'll need to eat those. We need to eat those before I go. And I think I want something darker. We're gonna start with this one first. Like this. And then I want it to just pull down. Eat there. And I want it to pull down. Also use a ruler. I would say use a ruler if you really need to, actually. Because I used to be a pretty strong proponent of like, I don't need a ruler. A ruler's weakness. And actually, no, it's a tool. I will say this, use a ruler if you are trying to make something that needs a ruler. And by that I mean, to make certain things, you need the ruler to be able to give you a good reference point, if that makes sense. You need the ruler to be able to guide your kind of like direction that you're trying to take something. And the ruler will help that, especially if you're like working with something that's, say, for example, an inanimate object. Inanimate object, yeah, if it has straight lines, you use a ruler. Arguably, I probably should have used a ruler on some parts of this. The thing is that it's really weird shaped, so I kind of had to make do a little bit because it's got all sorts of weird things about it actually. Actually, this and then I need to go yes. This I think. Nope, like this. Might even go dark is that? Dark. Need to go this color but slightly lighter. Like that maybe? Something like that, maybe? really, this whole thing is a lighter color for when it gets right close to the rib. All of this is that color. Can I just fill it? Can I just... Now this is worrisome. Okay, it did it. And I was like, oh boy, what are you about to do? Oh boy, Fresco, what are you about to do? Are you about to destroy everything? Are you about to remove a bunch of work that I'll have to just hit Control Z on real fast? No. Not quite that bad, thank God. It was close, though. I was like, oh no. Oh no, I'm about to delete a bunch of work, aren't I? It's fine. It'd only be bad if I, like, saved over it. Go ultra thin. What I need to do now... Yeah. Lighter. Lighter. What? Is that not the right color? It really isn't. What the hell color is that? Oh, it's technically lighter. Oh no, it's technically lighter. Okay. Oopsie. I think... ever so slightly. Then I need it on the outside. Because here's the thing, I actually have a project that I'm gonna get ready for, and the next few things I'm gonna do are gonna be interesting. Because what my plan, I guess, is I'm gonna start working on things, but I'm actually not gonna explain what they're for. That's all you need to know, is I'm gonna start working on things, and I will live stream them, but I'm not gonna explain exactly what they're for. Because I have to do a little bit of updating to some stuff and also work on some designs I haven't worked on in a really, really long time. Prepare for something. And I'm really excited because it's something that I've talked actually a lot about that hopefully we can do with the advent of the channel's since the advent of the channel's ability to do live tabletop. I'm very excited for hopefully a project that we will do in October. And I'm going to start essentially saying the next thing I'm going to be working on is going to be anything regarding that. And it will have bespoke media. So, and I will be working on that. Ah, shit, I told my hand. Ah, fuck, I can't talk about this shit. I'm not... Spoilers! Spoilers! Is it spoilers if I have to spoiler my own shit? What if I don't explain otherwise? I'm just like, it's just for something. For something we're gonna do. I think that's what it'll be. Like, the only things I'll give is that this is what we're gonna use it for, and then not explain any other details. I'm not going to be able to not do that. I can't help myself. I need to process it at the same time. And being able to process it means, to a certain extent, being able to be a little bit open about it. Okay, how did I do this? I love that I was like, boy, I did that just like perfectly. Now, how the fuck did I do this? Start with this one. Maybe. I just gotta start with one of them. I just gotta start adding layers, I think, and not worry about the right way to do it. I'll get there. I'll get there. Sometimes with anything, you just got to start working on it and be like, okay, I'll get there. I'll figure it out on the way. I'll figure it out on the way. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. That looks good. That looks really, really good, actually. Okay, so I got the air vents good. I think the air vents are gonna look good. Fucking pain though. Holy shit. Nightmare. Nightmare. You know. You're about to know. Actually, I do think I'll get this done today. I've been sitting on this video for so long. I wasn't expecting 3 more weeks. I will say that. I was not expecting 3 more weeks of work. I really wasn't. I was like, I'll get this done. I'll get this done. That's how it goes sometimes. It's like, it'll be fine. Then it is another 3 more weeks of work because this is why it is important for production to stick to a schedule. And this is why it is important to have the art of learning when to cut, which is something that I'm always continually developing. If there's anything that I want to kind of like illustrate with my own work as I've been working, as things have been going on, is as I've been getting into more production work, that I'm willing to be able to call those shots of like, okay, I just need to say we gotta move to the next one. I think it's hard. It is a difficult skill. I don't think it's easy to do. You just gotta make it work. Which I think oftentimes it is valid to criticize, but to also remember that oftentimes a piece is made the way that it is because they had to cut a corner, not because they necessarily wanted to. I always have to keep in mind that if I have to cut a corner or if something doesn't feel like it came out exactly the way I wanted it to, it's not because I just did it. Sometimes you just have to make those calls. Be willing to be like, it's gotta work. You gotta make it work before you make it do anything else. Sometimes. What I felt there. Shit. It does need to go something like that. And again, I'm treating it as essentially like every single color is just a specific kind of plane. Right now, I'm just literally mirroring the other side, which I think is the right thing to do. Thought so. Yeah, I thought that's what that gray was. This one. That's pretty good. And then I think I want to, so I want to take a white here, because I want to exaggerate this specific highlight here. I need to take a white. gonna start cutting in this white in places. Have it kind of like bouncing around a little bit. That's a cool effect, actually. I like the way that works. I'm not expecting that to work that well. Blint off that. Blint off this way a little bit. Give it a little bit of a cross here. Just trying to give it a little bit more definition and stuff like that. Which I might make the VOD title. We'll see. I'll note it. I'll note it. It's not bad. Little long. Not usually how long I like those, but a little bit of white here. Put it in. Just to cut it in a little bit. Cutting in some white just helps give a little bit more depth, but you don't want to go crazy with it is the thing. You don't actually want to go crazy with it. You just want it to be there to be like, it's here. At least not for me. Not for what I'm going here for here. Blue. Make it ever so slightly blue. I want to add a little bit of that blue highlight everywhere. Along those whites. Cut the white back into it. I don't want it to overtake. I just want it to be a hint of blue. Put in a little bit of white on the outside, just a little bit. Put in a little bit of white on the outside, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just helps make things kind of pop out a little bit. Just a little bit. You just want a little bit of white. A little bit. Pop it. Just to pop it. I'm not stalling on the other chain. I'm not like, oh, I did so good on that first one. I'll definitely do the second one. Okay. Okay. I just gotta follow it. You gotta follow what I did. You gotta follow what I did. And since the light is kind of like being is center. It's center going out. So it's radiating. It's like, think of it as the light hitting along this axis and then spreading out past him. Like that's the way the light is going. So it should mirror. Shane should mirror. What if I? No. See, I feel like I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna be like, it's not gonna work. Because I feel like I've seen people do this. I've seen people be able to do this, but I don't feel like I can do this. Not because it's something you can't do, but because my style in particular does not cooperate well with the thing I'm about to do. I mean, eh, I might shove it up a little. Yeah, that's fine. This is what we like to call this is what we like to call budgeting. This is what we like to call the. Oh no. Oh nuts. Oh nuts and butts. An alligator fucks. Yeah, it crashed. Yeah, Fresco, it crashed. You couldn't. Fresco, couldn't you tell? Oh, good. I kept my work at least. Who knows why it crashed? It crashed trying to merge down, which makes me a little worried. Then. Yeah, that's. Yeah. Wow, this isn't even potato shop. This is. This is French. This is French. That looks good. I've cut that. Look at me being a real production boy and using shortcuts. You know you're really on production when you find shortcuts. You don't have to do everything by hand meticulously. That's when you made it in production, when you find the shortcuts. Hi, James. Ahoy. Uh-oh. 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 You about to crash again? Fresco? Fresco, you about to crash again? No? You just... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Now why isn't my... You're not out of batteries, are you? Boy, I hope that's not the case. That wouldn't make any sense. Nope. It's not that. What? Nope. It's lost. Yeah, hold on. Hang on. Hang on. No, you're not. Eat. Bug. Bug. Here you go. Bug back in. That was weird. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Eek. That one was the drawing tablet. That one was the drawing tablet. That wasn't me. I don't know what was going on with it. Very weird. But what do you think? I feel like this is coming out real good. I'm really happy with the detail I added last time that I wasn't prepared for, that it added an entire session, because I just knew I wanted to do something with the visor, and then I went hog wild on the visor. I feel like that's my favorite part, is the reflection in the visor. It came out really good, and my only concern is nobody's gonna see it, or you're only gonna see it if you look up the actual thumbnail, because if you look at the technically speaking, most people aren't going to see the thumbnail or aren't going to see the full image. They're going to see the thumbnail on YouTube. Hey, you. Hey, Yorgie. Go to hell. Hey, Georgie. Hey, I have an embarrassing story about an early experience I had with an employer and a name that I didn't know how to pronounce. Um, so one of the first jobs I ever got was to do some work with birds, as it seems that a lot of my early work was, and we were doing data collection on birds. Fortunately, I don't remember the details very well. It was in a time in my life where I was trying to figure out how to work. We'll put it simply, I was trying to figure out how to do anything. So I feel bad to this day. It was the worst job that I ever did. I want to make that clear. It's not the worst job I've ever had. It's the worst job I've ever done. Um, but that's not important. What's important is the detail that the person I was working under, one of the people I was working under, was a biologist whose first name was Jorge. However, I'm pretty bad. I'm pretty bad with like name with any, let's just say any, written down anything. And when you read the name Jorge and you've never heard it spelled out, like I'm sure I've heard of the name Jorge before then, but I'd never seen it like spelled. Like I just heard it. I don't think I have actually. I didn't even know that was a name. Probably didn't even know it was a name. Not that nobody has that name. I want to make that clear. I'm just saying I was in college before I heard the name Jorge because I am a simple boy. Uh, but I did not. I didn't know. I didn't know. And like I met them, and that whole time I was like, this guy's name is George. But I've never seen George spelled like that. And I learned. Then I learned, and I was like, oh, oh, that's why it's spelled like that. Moral of the story always is I don't actually know almost anything. I didn't know almost anything for a very, very, very long time. I know things now. I didn't for a very, very long time. I had to figure out a lot of stuff at a very advanced age. I should have at least had exposure to, but I didn't. But now I do. There we go. That shape is good. Oh, that shape is good. I like that. Ooh, me like that. Oh, me like that. All that to say, Jorge, I'm sorry I did a really bad job. I did not know what I was doing. I really didn't. And that happens. That happens. Remember, if that happens to you, it happens to everybody. I think everybody has to kind of screw up at least one job in their life before they figure out how to do a job anywhere, anyway. School, more like Jorge. Hey, be nice. The poor statistical biologist did nothing wrong. I'm definitely finishing this today. Goddamn. It is so close to done. It's so close to done. And I might end up using the whole time. I just, it's very, very close. I could definitely tell that I'm really, really close to finishing this. Here, here, that. Same thing on the opposite side. And here's the thing. Do I... That. What the hell did I push? Oh, what the hell did I push? That didn't do nothing. This is coming along very nicely, though. I hope people like the video. Stick around to the end, everybody. No matter what, at the end of this stream, I'm going to premiere the video, and then the video will be up by the end of the week. It'll probably be up closer to Friday. So if you want an early sneak peek at the video I've been working on for way too long, and then not get to see another video for probably a while, because I'm gonna be working on a very big project. Stay tuned, buckos. I am very excited. I'm very excited to release that video, and then I'm very excited to no longer have to have that video sitting around to start working on the next project, because the next project I'm really excited for. Since it is something that is literally years in the making at this point. It is actually years in the making to a certain extent because the work started years ago. Um, so that will be exciting and fun. And now that I have like a work schedule, a work process that I'm like on, I'll be able to utilize that to also finally do that work. Because one of the things that I actually struggle a lot with when it comes to like even just like independent like projects like that, I struggle a lot to actually get the kind of like time. And I will admit, this makes me work on things. This time makes me work on things. That's a good thing. It's a good thing for me. Um, and I think people like to see creative processes. I like to see creative processes. I think it gives people a lot of good inspiration. It gives them ideas on how to do things they might not have considered or thought of before. And it keeps me accountable, right? It keeps me in development. It keeps me working on things, actually. See, if I want to get creative, I might do this. Watch this. I might do like things like that. What do we think? This just adds a little bit of texture. Add a little bit of texture there and trace it out. I do like that. I think that looks really, really good, actually. I like adding these smudges, actually. I was thinking about adding smudges like this. And it just adds a little bit of texture and roughness. It's not... Yeah, I like these smudges. I like these smudges. I'll keep them. I didn't know if I was going to add these smudges or not, actually. Now I'm doing Gumpla texturing. This is what you do when you have your fucking when you're airbrushing on a miniature. Is what I'm doing right now. It looks good. It actually looks really good. I'm definitely going to be just kind of peppering in a little bit of that everywhere, and then we'll go to this side too. We'll actually do like. Oop. Add a little bit of text. Like magic. Honestly, it's like magic. So I'm on the wrong layer. Oops, wrong layer. There's the VOD. There's the VOD title. Oops, wrong layer. We'll hear that a lot. Are you really an artist if you aren't saying that semi-occasionally? Oops, wrong layer. Just adding it to add a little bit of texture. But yeah. Just give it a little bit. Just gives it a little bit more depth, right? Adds a little bit of depth to it. Case I need that. Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Just gives it a little bit more texture. The smudges are actually quite good. I like the smudges. I think they fit too. I think they really fit the vibe that I was going for. I did not even intend to have these smudges. Just add a little bit more character to it. Little plasma scoring never hurt nobody. Back in my day, my grandpappy could take plasma scoring like it was no problem. That's good. I don't want to overdo it, is the thing. I just want it to be there to be like, ooh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun. I have a dumb idea. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here. That out a little bit. Take parts of it and smudge it. Not trying to smudge the whole thing. I'm just trying to give it a little bit more texture. Yeah, just something like that, right? Just give it a little pull. Little pull, little texture. And just in case, I want to go dark out there. Do one line. Do one stroke here. Didn't work. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Make it a red, actually. I do like how that red is working. I do like how it is working. Yeah, I don't even think I need to add anything to that. I don't even think I need to add anything to that, actually. This is where I need to actually do this. Right? Stuff like this. Able to reshape it a little bit. There we go. Did I go the other? Oh, I might have gone both ways, actually. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, I sure did. What I'm just doing is adding in a shadow that I will use, that I'll go later on, take that color and start building off of. Just trying to add like an extra shadow that also adds a little bit more red to everything, since this takes place on a redder planet. I can always erase. Just a little bit more precise, because I have it on a different layer right now. Ah, fuck, I really like how that came out. But I don't want it to overlayer. Ah, shit. No, I don't. Now this is where, okay. I need to go to the spots and put it where I think I want it, and then I can go take those colors and put them where I actually want them. That's what I need to do next. This is just effectively just like an outline that I'm giving everything. It's just kind of outlining everything. Then there. Got that, and then I can do things like this. We merge down. That way those colors are now like cemented, and now I can go in and start fudging things around. So like this kind of reddish gray, I want it to be more around here. Oops. This is something that I particularly like to do, is like add like an overlay like that, where I like overlay things with a shadow or a shade, and then I take the colors and then actually start using the colors primarily. That's something that I like to do. Like that. Decide how much I want to go in there. It's like a little bit. Okay, yeah, no, like that much. Kind of thinking how that cape folds back there allows me to clean up some of these spaces a little bit more. That's looking good. I think that's looking pretty good, actually. Holy moly. Good, pretty good. Almost done. Not quite, but almost done. Yeah, it was for the best that I took that shortcut. Yeah, it was for the best that I took that shortcut. Ain't that just the way? I bleed this direction. Just bleed this direction. Just really have to pay attention to what colors are where. That is something I need to be very, very careful. Actually, go with this one. Kind of like a nice in between. This a little bit darker. Something like that. We'll go this darker one. This is kind of a weird. So this is a weird thing about this armor is it's got like a weird bit here that like pops out a little bit. It like sticks out a little bit. I don't know what its deal is, but we're gonna try that. And I go here. To hide these, because they're getting in the way, actually. Oops, nope, that's fine. We need to hide these. I need to hide my smudges. Can't see past the smudges. And this needs to... Oh, well, sometimes. I didn't even realize I had the smudger on. This to be more like this, so I need to get rid of that. I need to build up a little bit more. Actually, needs to be more this way. Yeah, it needs to be out a little. Sometimes you just gotta like you just gotta draw over something. Sometimes you just gotta be willing to draw over something that you already drew. Just be like, I do it again. I do it again. Try again. Go again and again and again until it works. That's okay. Perfect. This, whatever this color is. That. Kind of like that a little bit. Gives it a little bit more depth too, I think. Which helps a lot, actually. This color. I like that. There. I like that. I do like that a lot. That looks quite nice. Helping that out. This out. Because it is actually symmetrical. Of kind of on both sides the same darkness. The same darkness. Maybe some slight variation just to give it a little bit more flavor. Just a little bit of flavor. A little bit of flavor is good. This is why I gotta use salt more. Don't use salt enough, I know. Oh, I know, I don't use salt enough. I need to salt my food more. I'm notorious about that, actually, I feel like. I'm just like, it's fine. It's not fine. I really should salt my food a little bit more. It would have more flavor. If I did. By color, yeah. That, that. I need to fix this. Be more straight. Up a little bit. That's good. That's good. Might add. Hold on. Like a slight bit. That. Following it? Hold on. Take the line. Press. Like that, maybe? That at least would give it some depth, actually. Yeah, I liked that. I like that. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna merge this down, flatten it. This color. The whole thing? I fill this whole thing with this gray. Yes, 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 yes. I want it to give a little bit more dramatic shadow. Just a little bit more dramatic shadow, I think. How do I do this is the question. I'm thinking maybe some shadow here. I do like that coloration though. So much so that I like to add a little bit more here. I want it to kind of wrap around a little bit, show that this is a shelf. Something like this, maybe? I definitely want this to be a little bit more pronounced. I need a gray here. Like this, maybe? Something like this, maybe. Actually, yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. It'd be up. More like this, maybe? We thinking this, maybe? I'm just gonna fill that. Do it! Don't break everything. Thinking. He's having to think about it. Fresco's really having to think about it. Ooh, Fresco's really processing this one, huh? It sure did save me time to hit that fill button, huh? It's thinking. Let me eat my cherries while my computer explodes. I knew it. God damn it. Yeah, here's a gap. Do it again. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. The boy's losing his mind. Did I miss a gap somewhere again? Oh, I see. It might be trying to process that. Boy, if it does that, that's not what I want to do at all. Oh, okay. No, it did. Hey, what? Don't yell at me. Don't you yell at me, fussy butt. Don't you yell at me, fussy. I don't even know what he's yelling about. Go on, fussy. Fussy scream monster. That's what he is. I don't know what else I would describe him as than a fussy scream monster. That's what he likes to do, is be fussy and scream. I think is an apt description of pretty much any cat. Hey, get your head out of there. Maybe something like that. It. You either sit in my lap or you go. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-mm. Sit in my lap or you go. And go. He won't make up his mind. Time for him to scream at me. Sorry, guys, you have to hear those arguments between me and my cat. They happen. They will happen again. They will happen. They will happen again. I just wish he wouldn't use such harsh language. Honestly. I keep telling him it's not going to make me change my mind on anything, but he uses it anyways. Honestly, I'm just like, that's just impolite. That's rude and impolite. And I think because so the way that this would work is actually this would be probably a little bit over that way. That, right? Because its curvature dictates the curvature of it would dictate that the shadows kind of on both sides, I would think. I would think. That is what I'm thinking. Like this. Because it's the light is a little bit on top, shadows are going to be curving over in a line. Like that, maybe? Right? We'll do something like that. He finally caught it. He went to the window. That's what the window is for. The window is there to distract him. The window is there to specifically distract the cat. It's so funny. We go outside pretty much every day, and I'm getting him to the point where he goes outside. I have noticed this about him. He doesn't actually like outside. He does not like outside. For some reason, his dumb, his cat brain goes outside. Is outside bad? And then he goes outside, and he goes outside's bad. It's like he needs to make sure that outside's bad every time before he can be calmed down. It's like he goes outside and he's like, "Oh, it's awful out here," and I'm like, "Yeah, bud, you don't seem to like it out here." And then he wants to go back inside. It's the only way to convince him that he doesn't actually want to be outside is to go outside so he can remind himself that he doesn't actually want to be outside. Cause cat. I don't know why they're this way, but they are. I think up there maybe. God, I need to play this game because the next two tracks slap so hard. I love this track and the next track. I love the next track so much that I'm like, I want to use this for something. Very specific. I won't say what it is because it's just a very good, pretty song. It is a very good, pretty song. I love the next song. But really, though, this song goes so fucking hard. I love it. It's really good. I think we're good on that. I think we're good on that. That looks pretty good. I'm very happy with that, actually. Very, very happy with that, in fact. I think that this is getting to a very, very close finishing point. I'm very, very close to a finishing point with this, I feel like. And this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at in my production life, is that I sometimes just start a project and I've now at least gotten to the point that I'm like, oh, guess I'll just make this. Guess I'll just make it myself. Guess I'll just do it myself. Not because I can not hey, I want to make this clear. Not because of a lack of people or resources that could do it for me, but more of a combination of not having access to the resources and also being like, well, yeah, I have to make some things myself because I literally just don't have access to them. You just gotta do it yourself, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it does make things difficult, and At some point, I'd be able to like be like, okay, I want to be able to utilize a little bit more of a capacity to provide that kind of like graphic work. I don't have that at the moment. So I'm trying. That said, I feel like working on these thumbnails has really put me in a position that I need to be cognizant of this stuff. Like it has gotten me into a position that I actually really am like, okay, I need to start learning how to do this. It's a beneficial thing for me to know how to do this kind of design. I have gotten better as an artist. I've gotten better as a producer. I've gotten better as just someone who makes things by saying, well, I actually should be making some of this stuff just myself. Which, hey, glad I did. Yeah, let's keep kind of. I love this song. It's just so good. So chill. I love me some good jazz vocals. And if you know anything about this game, do not tell me why this is in the game if it has a special moment, because it feels like something that has a special moment. And if it doesn't, that's just even cooler that this is just music in the game. I have no idea how the game handles music. Um, Heard its soundtrack actually quite a few times because I know I would like this game. I know I would like this game. Why haven't you played it yet? Because I have a problem. I have a problem where I go, I don't want to play it on my own. I don't want to spoil it for me and everybody else. No. I mean, I shouldn't do that. I should be willing to be like, just play the damn thing if you want to play it. I do want to play it, so. Kind of like that. I like that. I think that's the best it's gonna get too, since it kind of like reflects it down. Oh yeah, I like that a lot actually. And then I think the only thing I need to really do, I'm gonna take black. We're gonna start going not that thick. Just want a black. Do I just want a black line over everything is the question. I don't know if I do. We're gonna try it. I do think I want it around certain things, not around certain things. I want the black line around certain things, and then around other things, I don't want the black line. Black line is just there to kind of... Here's a really, really dark shadow, essentially, is what I'm going for with it. Trying to be more responsible with the color black. I find that oftentimes I get a little bit too overzealous with it. Especially when I start doing line work. Like, I actually really want to challenge myself not to lean too much on my line work. Because of stuff like this. Like, no, I don't want to necessarily drown details out or anything. I want the medium to do the talking. Really, I just wanted to like add like just a really crisp shadow around everything. Which means I need to treat it like a shadow. I can't just put it wherever I want. Which is the goal that I'm going for with it. I'm not trying to make an outline. I'm trying to make like a really dark shadow. Almost like a drop shadow. I don't even think I do that. Yeah, I think we just do that, right? That all the same. Honestly, that might be good. That looks good. That looks really, really good. I've done it yet. Oh, I've done it. I've done it yet done it. A little bit more. Want to try... God, I really want to find a light blue. Really want to find a good light blue. I want to be able to highlight. Just like this. Go like right here. Oh, I need new layer. I don't know if it's noticeable is the thing. That even does that even read? No. And really, the only thing I don't want to do is I want to do some touch up in here. What I want to do is make get in there. Oops. I really want to make these guys a lot darker so that way you can see them through the glint. Just trying to get a little bit more definition in there. That's much better. That's much, much better. Because they were kind of fading out. You couldn't quite see them quite as well as I wanted them to. That's too dark. I know what I need to do. This. Perfect. Something like that, maybe? That read? It definitely reads. Yes, 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 that reads. I just really want to make sure that these guys stand out, you know? It's important that they do. I think they're the thing that the detail that I want the most noticeable if you're gonna zoom out at all. You want to be able to see the striders in the reflection. I think that's the most important thing for me is being able to see those striders. Oh my god. Art is hard. Art is difficult. Merge down real fast just to make sure. But I think that's about what I want. And then I don't know. Try something here. Yeah. That's probably going to be as good as it gets, honestly, without like overworking this piece. And I mean, like, I'm like, this is good. This is feeling good. This is like feeling donezo. And if that's the case, that's good. Get done a little bit earlier today. Nice. Could get done a little bit earlier. That would be nice. Yeah, I think that's good. And honestly, I don't even think I need to do anything to the background. The background came out really, really good. Like, I could try to add a little bit more detail in there, but I don't think I need to. It's the background for a reason. The things it needs to get across is that there's things in the background coming from the other direction. And then that the foreground. You have the foreground reflection. You have a lot of depth of field in here. You have the foreground reflection into the mask. You have the midground, which is the Helldiver, and then you have the background going into the back with the sky in the background. I think I've nailed like a good spectrum of range of perspective in this piece. Maybe it's some of the best perspective I've ever done. This boy, that reflection changed some things for me. That has changed the game. This has changed the game and what I am capable of for myself. Like, it's like, if I could do this, I could do a lot of different things with depth of field and stuff like that that I definitely would want to use. I think reflections are really, really cool. And funny enough, boy, you're never gonna get tired of me saying his name, will ya? Mr. Ross is probably the main direct inspiration for being able to utilize reflections, because he talks about reflections a lot. And I think this was a really, really good use of reflections, the way that he kind of presents them as like a reversing. And I think that the reflection that he does is you're looking at a plane, you're looking at two planes colliding at a corner, and the reflective surface is the thing at the bottom whenever he's doing it for a lake. You get the for here. And I can actually show you this. This will save, don't worry, it's not gonna get rid of anything. I was kind of practicing the other day. Like, I was practicing my own reflections. I'm gonna be starting to do more reflections in my work, more and more, because his idea is when you have a lake, the lake's front is a reflective surface, and it just reflects down against the sky, since it is a flat plane that it is reflecting against. So you just pull your medium down. You pull your medium down directly from the surface based on the reflection of the things you have from that side. So that's something that you do when it comes to a reflective surface like that. I do that all the time, Silos. I just haven't had an existential crisis today. But honestly, I'm like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I have a dumb idea. You know what we need to add? You know what we need to add? And then I need a different brush. So what we need to find is a brush. Brush. Actually, I know what I need to add. Do this. We're gonna try watercolor first. We're gonna try wet splatter. It's not gonna be there, but it's exactly what I want. Oh, that's so cool! Holy shit, this is awesome! That is genuinely rad! Holy fuck, that looks good. Hold on, we're gonna... We're gonna... Then, go through, we're gonna erase places where I don't want it. If you don't know what I've done... Whoa, that's so good! Oh, that's so good! And then, watch this. Trying to give it... Here, hold on, we need a different one. Let's go with painting, and then I want it to be like streaked, like I rubbed my hand against it. Nope, not that. Not this one. Nope. Or is it too much? Bristle scrape. Sorry, I shit my pants. Sorry, you just heard a dude. You just heard somebody. You just heard an artist shit their pants. Is what you heard live. Is an artist shit their pants. This looks good. I'm sorry you had to hear an artist shit their pants. Then back. I'm so glad I did that. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. That's perfect. I think that's perfect. I think that gets the exact idea across. Hey, I'm done. We're not touching it. This is done. This is done. This is done. This is absolutely done. Hey, this is what done looks like, guys. This is absolutely done. Fuck. I think I go to hell. I think I've been I have to go to heaven or go to hell. I don't know which. That's so cool. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, that looks so good. Opinions? Thoughts? Anybody? I think this is good. I think this is good. I think I hit everything that I could, and this is now maybe one of my favorite things I've ever made. This looks so goddamn good. Holy fuck. Holy moly. I'm so excited. So excited. This is this is just the beginning. Honestly, hey, fun fact. Here's something I'm going to say. No. After October 14th, 2025, Windows 10 will no longer receive free security updates. Unfortunately, your device is not compatible with Windows 11 due to hardware limitations. Okay, fuck you too, bud. Anyways, it doesn't have TPM, which is DRM. God. God. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up Premiere, and I'm going to premiere the video that this thumbnail is for, and then I'll end the stream, and then we'll close down the stream after that. So, for everybody out there who is patient, I thank you for your patience. I'm excited. Like I said, I've been working on this for a while. So, actually, what am I doing? Why did I open Premiere? I don't need to open Premiere. I have it literally, it's done. The video is done. I should have just opened up video shit. God damn it. Now, where did I save you? That's the real question. Where did I save this? Here we go. No, where did I save this? Because I want it to be the best quality that I can get it. Edited videos. Yeah, I did put it in highlights. Boy, I don't know. I don't remember where I saved this. Hold on. I might actually have to open up Premiere to figure out where I saved it. I really thought I was going to find it easier than that. And then I have... Oh, here it is. No, that's the trailer. How did I lose this? Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. Never mind. We found it. I found it. I found it. Okay. All right. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm very excited. This is the premiere for the most recent Helldiver video I've been working on. I started this video sometime late last year. I think it was like at the turn of the year. I think it was like late 2024, early 2025. It was when the Illuminate first appeared. When the Illuminate first appeared, I made this video. And I was like, dude, I'm on it. I've got the most topical thing, and I made a video for it. And then I got about 70% of the way through the video very quickly, and then have been in hell and had the last 30% done within the last 2 months. So that's how it goes sometimes. But hey, we got it done. We're gonna go ahead and watch it. I hope you guys enjoy the show. I worked not as hard as I should have. We'll put it this way. This was supposed to be the simple project. This was supposed to be the project that I did to just get a video out. This was supposed to be the easy project. And it still was. It was still less work than the Millennia video overall. I just didn't have the time to work on it. So, I hope you all... Oops. Wait, what? Don't you be mad at me. Don't you be mad about that. Thank you all for watching me and hanging out and working on that thumbnail. Why is it so mad about that? Oh, that's so stupid. This will be live. This will be live on YouTube here by the end of the week. Should be live Friday. So if you wish to watch it or rewatch it, or if you're coming in the middle, which I don't know why you would be, because anyways, this will be going live on my old YouTube channel, MCCanary Videos. I'll have a premiere trailer for it this weekend as well. So if you want to see it, stick around. After this, we'll go close down the stream. So without further ado, enjoy the show. Oh, you probably can't hear it. Hold on. All right, enjoy the show. Well, I've got the ammo pack. I've got the ammo pack.
So slow.
Oh. I think we killed a couple more than 500, honestly.
I have to go. I'm sorry.
Like right now? Oh, okay. I can make it, don't worry. Don't worry about me. Your guard dog is alarmed. I don't even remember what direction it was facing. I think I need to rotate it left. Make the noise. I needed to rotate it right. Make the noise. I need to rotate it right. At least it seems to be quiet for the moment. Good. Now I just need to make a dead sprint all the way to the top, and I'll be good. Shoot him. It was a wonderful day to shoot him. Alright. I just have to dead sprint there. Ain't no stopping. Maybe we did kill all the Illuminati. Moving. Have to hold on to everything that I have and just focus on leaving. As soon as I get to the extract, hit it, and then just make really strong last stand. Just gotta do stealth. Gotta do stealth. Stealth game now. Stealth is optional, and I'm taking the option. It's fine. It's fine. I'll make it. No problem.
Citizens of Super Earth, we have exciting news. To showcase the hard work of our valiant warriors, we have recovered rare footage and an interview of just one of our many super soldiers shortly after the invasion of the Illuminate Scourge. So enjoy this very heroic footage of just released from our confidential files of... I wasn't supposed to say that. Nightmare. Gonna hit it, and then I just gotta hunker. Gotta hit it and hunker. Oh, that's not good. Might actually wait out the tremor first, as long as I am grabbing these. As long as nothing is coming at the moment. Tremors don't last long, usually. Oh no, we're good. Yeah. Hit it now, hit it now, hit it now. Where my bullets aiming right now?
Reload now. Oh my god. Open the door, open the door, open the door! Oh! And that's how you do it, folks! Not dead is not dead. Okay, we're done. Oh my god! Oh, my hands! Fuck. I think I might have shot a little bit. I think I might have shot a little over 7,000 rounds. We'll see. Definitely hit at least 6,000. That's a hell of a match to end on. Whiny baby boy. And of course, a huge thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon and Twitch. I do apologize for the delay on this video, just been juggling a lot, but I'm glad I got it out anyways. Hopefully next time we'll be more on time. Hopefully. On time. Oh my god. Done? Gotta be done. I'm happy to be done. That's not too shabby.
Nightmare.
Alright. That's all I had. That's it. That took me too long to make. That took me way too long to make. That's all you need to know. That was fun. I really enjoyed making that video. The edit, making the edit with this, what's his name? Yoshi something? It's Yoshi something. It's Yoshi something. Hold on. Nope. 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 Oh, it's Yoshi P. Yoshi P. Yoshi P's Nightmare. Getting that edit in there was a lot of fun to make. I also loved doing the voiced intro. That was a lot of fun to do. I showed that to Jackson and Sean, and Jackson was like, "That was you?" I was like, "Yeah, it was me." So honestly, I didn't realize my voice had developed so well, which I'm glad that it has, because that was a lot of fun to voice. It was really fun to voice that, like, the TV segment. That was a lot of fun to voice. And then of course, like, my classic style of setting it to a song that just works really, really well. Usually what I typically do, as I've been doing more of, which I'm glad that I found a way to do more of it. If you've noticed, a lot of my clips have featured more music recently. I like to take a clip, let's say like a clip of something, and then I just put it to music. And if the music just matches it, it just works. I don't know where I get that from. I don't know why that's something I've developed. I'm sure a lot of people have done stuff like that. I mean, AMVs have existed forever. But for whatever reason, kind of my style is like very actually editing light. Oftentimes when I'm looking for music, all I'm trying to do is take a segment of footage and a segment of music and then just overlay them. And if the music just fits naturally without having to do very little to any editing, ideally no editing at all, and it happens more than you would expect, if I can do no editing to the music, like not even clipping it or changing when it starts, and just overlay it with footage, I will just use that. And I use that song and the start point that I picked just match so many things. And that's like what I look for when I look for music to match a video, is when the action of a video with very little changed footage can match the action of the music. That is something that I personally look for when I am doing music editing and music matching, stuff like that. So I always feel a little, I'm trying to work, always work on the end bit there. Like, I was kind of going for something a little bit like the music and the bit. So I was experimenting, as always, with that same kind of weird chord progression I've found that I think works. It works, and I definitely want to continue processing and developing that. I would say that part, I am always a little scared because it's the thing I probably know least, is music production. But I still am glad that I could do that part too. I think it came out okay compared to everything else. But that's here. You've seen, that's the pipeline, everybody. That's what it takes to make something. You make something. I made one edit to that ending song, and I went, I don't know what else to do with it, and it just needs to ship. I just need to ship it. Otherwise, it'll never get out. And that is something that I would give as a piece of advice to anybody who's trying to make anything, especially if it's multimedia. If you're working in a multimedia space, or if you're editing, or if you're making anything. If you're making anything, one of the skills you want to be developing, if you feel like you are not working fast enough, is to know when to tell yourself to stop working on something. Not because it's even finished, but because it's finished enough. Perfectionism is tough, as somebody who actually struggles with it, even in a way that I feel like some people struggle with perfectionism, from my understanding, that they can't finish a piece unless it's perfectly exactly the way that they want it. And I feel like I have an inkling of the perfectionism bug, in that I want something to be the best version of it that it can be, but reaching that perfectionism takes so much work and energy out of me to finish it. And that's why, for me, what helps me is getting enough of it to a good enough state that I can say, it's good. Nothing is glaringly bad. Nothing is glaringly bad. And that the greatest parts can shine in a piece is what I look for. Is like the parts that are the best can shine. And then the things that are lacking are at least good enough that they don't distract. That is usually what I go for. That is what I go for in a piece. And I hope that I accomplish that. I'm not saying that I always accomplish that either. But that is my goal. That is always my goal, is the parts of a project that I can make shine, I want to shine. And the parts that are lacking, I at least got to a level that they can pass production. That they can pass as production. So there you go. That's what I do. And I hope if you are making things, if you're producing things, if you're working on anything, if that helps you, I'm glad. I hope it does. I do genuinely hope it does. Okay. I'm end to stream now. I think this is a good stopping. We're gonna end on time. We're actually ending on time today, guys. This is about the time I should be ending. All right. So before we go, I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna not open up Bing Crate. We're gonna open up Paint. We're gonna open up Paint. Before the end of the stream, I'm gonna make an image, and then I'm gonna share that image before we raid out. If you want to participate, you can also help make the prompt. All you got to do in chat is type whatever chat says. I'll use as a reference, and then I'll make it and then share the image before we raid out. So, let me think. Getting the blood onto my face. You want to add to that? You can. You don't have to. You can if you want to. give you guys like a few seconds. I'll give you like 30 seconds to add to that. I gotta do one more thing anyways. Once this is ready, I should be good to go. And really just thanks. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I had a great time. This was fantastic. I'm excited for whatever we do next, because whatever I do next, we'll put it this way. I think that the exact next thing I do is going to go straight to the next project I do. Now, whether or not I do that every single week will be up for debate, but expect a lot of character design in the near future. There's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot, of character design in the future. I will be working on character and creature design for the next few months, because if I don't start now, I'm going to regret it. And I want as much done as I can, because if I continue working on it, I want to have a lot to start with before we even get there. So yeah, be excited. Be excited for that, everybody. Be excited for that, everyone. I have some shit to cooking and a brewing. I have a thing. It's always as it's going to be, probably a little ambitious. You know what? This is a test. I think of it this way now. This is another test of something that I have tested before and failed. Doesn't mean that I won't fail this time. It just means how much can I get a little bit further this time? Can I get a little bit further than I did last time? That's what I'm hoping. Getting the blood onto my face was the best decision I made. All right. Okie dokie, everybody. Alrighty, everybody. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be good. This is gonna be the first one that I have color on. That'll be fun. I've never had color on these before. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Perfect. Alrighty. Alright. Well, stick around to the very end, everybody. I also do a bit of a closing bit, and I do raid after every stream, so that way the Daywalkers in our chat can keep watching. Just everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows, because it's almost dinner time for Daywalkers. And thank you for joining, everybody. Hope you had a good time, and I hope you had an enjoyment of the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by, chatting, and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to all the socials in the Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to, and just generally, you can come hang out with the rest of the community there. It's a good time on the Discord. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community there. Everyone who follows, you guys are a wonderful audience. We appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure also hashtag with MCCanary and link it back to the stream so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. And if you want to see the stream grow, you got to let people know. I appreciate that people have been talking about the stream, and I encourage you guys to do it more. It does help us out, and it's just super rad that we're doing things that you guys want to talk about. So go tell people about the stream. Go tell your friends about the stream. I won't. And as always, a huge thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon, Coffee, and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream, as well as take on more projects, and the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you. So we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as a couple of the benefits you could get, you could always subscribe directly on Twitch or check out the Patreon page here. It'll show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. And thank you to your mods who do a wonderful job holding back the robot army and preventing them becoming famous. Thank you just for everybody for coming and hanging out. It was good. It was a good time. I had a great time. I'm glad to have been able to finish that. I'm glad I was able to debut the video that I've been working on. I don't know when the next video will be. Probably it might not be for a while, because even though I was like, oh man, I gotta make a video on this one, I was like, I need to not work on a video for a while. Videos take me the most time. They do. They actually do. Actual edited videos are probably the hardest thing that I can do right now, production-wise. Kind of makes sense, actually. I have a lot that goes into my video editing production, so it's hard. It's fucking hard, but I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad to have shared it, and I look forward to sharing it later this week. So go check out the rest of our friends in Goblin Entertainment here. That link tree has links to everyone's channels and everything that they've done and they've been up to, and the rest of my stuff here, which has everything that I post to. So go check everybody out in Goblin Entertainment, and stick around. Let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to John. Why not? He's playing Peak with friends. The funny rock climbing game. I'm sure he'll be excited to know that we finished that project. So stick around for that. He's a good guy. Otherwise, have yourselves a good afternoon. Take it easy. And remember, you sometimes find the best effects when you're just messing around. And if any of that production advice helped you, I hope it did. I genuinely do. And this is just an exciting time. Thanks you all thanks for hanging out. I hope you all liked the debut. Hope you all liked the debut. I worked really hard on it. It was good. Stupid though. You hear me in the voice bit like start to ramble off. I did write a script, but I may or may not have forgotten the script. Which, it worked. It really worked.